Hello dear students, welcome to today's fluid mechanics class. In last class we saw what is the turbine and how from hydraulic energy to mechanical energy and then mechanical energy to electrical energy is converted through turbine. We saw the layout of hydroelectric power plant and we saw the various efficiencies of turbine. Let us come on the next point in in current chapter, means in turbine. Today we will see classification of turbines. How we do classify the turbine. According to various bases, turbines are classified. Following are the some important bases on the basis of which the turbine is classified are as below. According to types of energy at inlet. Number 2, according to head at inlet of the turbine. Head inlet means where jet impact on the turbine. According to specific speed of the turbine. According to direction of flow through the ball or runner or vents. These are the four important bases for the classification of turbines. Let us see one by one. First, according to types of energy at inlet. The turbine are classified in two types according to types of energy at inlet. Number 1, impulse turbine. If the energy at inlet of the turbine means where jet gets impact on the turbine, at that point if energy is only kinetic energy, means only energy of jet which will be supplied to runner or which will be supplied to vans, then that type of turbine is called impulse turbine. One example I have given here, Pelton turbine. It is also called as Pelton wheel. So when energy at inlet of the turbine is only kinetic energy, means only energy of jet, V square by 2G, only this much head is there of hydraulic energy, then it is impulse turbine. And second type of this under this is reaction turbine. If at the inlet of the turbine the jet is having kinetic energy, or you can say the water is having kinetic energy as well as pressure energy, such a turbine is called reaction turbine. Okay, so example of such turbine is Francis turbine. Now we see the according to head at the inlet of turbine. So next classification is according to head at the inlet of the turbine. If head of water or jet at the inlet of turbine is greater than 250 meter, then such a turbine is called as high head turbine. In these turbines, the quantity of flow of water at inlet is small. Means head is high but quantity of water flow at the inlet is small. because not much required quantity needed here due to high head. So such example of such turbine is impulse turbine, that is Pelton wheel. And under this classification, other type is low head turbine. If head at inlet of the turbine is less than 60 meter, then such turbine is called as low head turbine. In these turbines, in turbines having with low head, the flow rate of water or jet at the inlet is very high. Such turbine need high flow rate at the inlet, because anyhow mean to say that if head is low, then we need high flow rate at the inlet. The example of such turbine is reaction turbine. And next one is medium head turbine under this classification. If head is between 60 meter to 250 meter, then such turbine is called as medium head turbine. In these turbines, the flow rate need medium flow rate. Speed is also medium and flow rate is also need medium flow rate. So some types of reaction turbines come under this medium head turbine. These both, here the example is reaction turbine and here is also example reaction. Some types of reaction turbines come under this category and some types of reaction turbine comes under this category. Let us see next base of classification. Next is according to specific speed of turbine. We are having three types of turbine under such category. Number A, low speed turbine. If a specific speed of turbine is between 10 to 35, then turbine is called as low speed turbine. Specific speed NS between 10 to 35. And B, medium speed turbine. If a specific speed of turbine is between 60 to 400, then such a turbine is called as medium speed turbine. And high speed turbine. If a specific speed of turbine is between 300 to 1000, here we can also write 400. It was given on the book 300, so I have written here 300, but you can write here 400 because here is some overlapping there, 400 and 300. So you change it here, you can write 400. So if a specific speed of turbine is between 400 to 1000, then turbine is called as high speed turbine. Now, under our consideration, the last base of classification is according to direction of flow through turbine. It is very important classification. Let us see in detail through the help of figure. So according to direction of flow through turbine, turbines are classified in three types: tangential flow turbine and radial flow turbine and axial flow turbine. Let us see through the figure. It will be very helpful and clear to us about the turbines. Here I have shown a line diagram of a turbine, and this circular thing is the runner of the turbine, and this runner is mounted on the shaft. This is the shaft of the turbine, and on the runner I have shown 4 vanes. You can say this is ball type, semi-spherical type, hollow vanes are there, and this runner is rotating anti-clockwise with angular velocity omega, and I have concentrated on one vans, this vans, the lower vans. I have shown 4 vans, though there will be number of vans on the periphery of this runner. So, but I have shown 4 vans because my purpose is not to make a turbine. My purpose is to make you understand about the turbine. So this is the van I have concentrated over this van, and this is the side view of this turbine. This is shaft, this is side view of shaft, and this is hub, and this is the side view of hub, and this is the runner, and this is the side view of runner, and I have shown side view of these 2 bucket. These 2 vans I have shown, this and this, because it is hemispherical, so in side view it will look like a circular thing. So, and these 2 I have ignored because it will overlap over this shaft, so we need not to side view of these 2 vans, so I have not taken here in side view. I have taken 3 jet, 1 jet here, jet A, and 1 jet here, jet B, and 1 jet here, jet C. 3 jet. So jet A impact normally at the center of the van, hemispherical van, center of the hemispherical van, as we had seen the cases in impact of jet. So this figure I have shown here. So jet is impacting at the center normally. So this is the view of the top view of this van. This is top view, and jet is impacting normally, and after impacting, the water will flow along the curve of the vans and come out from here and here out. So this type of turbine is called tangential turbine, because the jet is impacting tangential direction of this runner. This is the tangential direction of the runner. In tangential flow turbine, the velocity of bucket, the velocity of vans at inlet and outlet will be same, because at same radius, I have shown here R radius, this is the R radius, on the R radius jet is impacting, and on the R radius the water is coming out from the vans. The top view of this van will be this, like this, and in the same radius the jet is impacting here and coming out here and here out. So there will be some special arrangement between this bucket. Some splitter will be added here, some splitter which will split the water along this curve. So that will called a splitter. That will be some curve like here, like this and this. So that will split the water both side smoothly. That I have not shown here at right now. I have only shown the jet is impacting here normally and coming out from this side and this side. So at the same radius jet will enter in the runner and actually enter on the bucket, this vans, but because this is the van is a part of this rigid part of this runner, so I will tell runner. So jet will impact at the same radius of the runner and leave at the same radius of the runner. So tip velocity of the at inlet and outlet of the bucket will be where the jet impact, the velocity will be r omega because it is rotating with omega velocity, and where the jet leave the bucket or runner, or you can say these vans, there is also R radius. So tip velocity at inlet and outlet of the vans are same here. This is very important point, because we need to, these are helpful in calculation of power. So this is the tangential flow turbine. Other is radial flow turbine. If what jet is impacting in radial direction, exactly it will not impact exact radial direction. It will be little bit tilt in this direction, because if this direction will be there, then jet will impact tangentially here. Here I have shown. Here jet will impact tangentially to this bucket. The relative velocity of the jet should be tangential. So jet will impact here and come out inside here. So jet will impact here and come out here. But I have shown, because I am telling about this radial flow turbine, so I have shown it exactly radial direction, but actually it will be some tilted in this direction along the tangential direction of this curve, as I have shown here in this figure. So this is the figure, and this is the top view of the turbine in this direction. Here I have shown it. So jet actually impact tangential direction of this curve, tangential direction. So this turbine is called radial flow turbine if jet is impacting radial direction of runner. But it is radial direction of runner, so it is called radial flow turbine. But here the direction of bucket is the tangential. Jet is impacting tangentially to this. So in this tangential flow turbine, here is the tip where water impact on the turbine or bucket or vans, and here is the tip where water leave the tip. So the radius at inlet and outlet is R1 and R2. I have shown here R1 and R2. This is R1 at inlet and R2 at outlet. So tip velocity of bucket velocity at inlet and outlet will not equal, U1 will be not equal. So U1 will be R1 omega and U2 will be R2 omega. So in radial flow turbine, this is called inward flow radial turbine, because water is flowing from outward direction to inward direction. Water is entering here and leaving here. If water will enter here and leave here, then this turbine will called inward flow radial turbine. But water is entering from outside and leaving inside. So it is radial flow turbine but inward flow radial flow turbine, because water is entering outside of the tip and leaving at the inside of the tip. So in such a turbine, the velocity at inlet is and outlet is not equal. U1 is not equal to U2. U1 is R1 omega, U2 is R2 omega. So in such turbine, we will not take the equation FV to calculate the power. Here we will take torque rotational equation. We will take power by using rotational equation. We will take torque into average torque. We will calculate here. If velocity at inlet and outlet of the tip velocity at inlet and outlet is same, then we will calculate force. But if tip velocity at inlet and outlet is different, just like in radial flow turbine, then we will calculate torque. Then torque into omega is constant. Then torque into omega, average torque we will calculate when water inlet is take place, water outlet take place. During this duration, what is the average torque implemented on the runner, that we will calculate and multiply. We will multiply with omega that torque, and we will get the power supplied by jet to the runner. because here velocity is not equal, so we cannot calculate the force. If we calculate force, so we need u, F into u, but u is different in both side of this inlet and outlet. So in radial flow turbine we cannot use the equation as usually we have used for the calculation of force and power. Here we will see some special types of calculation. Here we will calculate rate of change of angular momentum, that we will see on the next topic. So right now I will not go through detail because I don't have any derivation to show you. So we will see all these things in next classes, and let us complete our classification. And third one is axial flow turbine. This jet, see this is the axis of turbine, and if jet impact on the turbine in axial direction, actually it will not be exact axial, it will be tangent to this curve. This curve will be little bit, the tangent of this curve at the tip will be little bit make angle with the axis of the runner. So but this turbine will known as axial flow turbine because that is impacting axial direction. It will make little bit angle with the axis. So this turbine is called axial flow turbine. Water is entering here and leaving at this tip. The both tip are having same radius. So U1 will be equal to U2 omega R. So in this turbine also we can use the same equation. The same equation will come for this tangential flow turbine and this axial flow turbine. Same little bit diameter diagram will be different, but the formula will be same for the axial flow turbine and tangential flow turbine. But formula for radial flow turbine will be little bit different than this, because here we will be using torque calculation and then power calculation, and in this turbine, tangential flow turbine and axial flow turbine, we will be calculating force calculation on the vans and then power calculation by multiplying with velocity of this vans. So here I have explained everything in the notes. Radial flow turbine, that UN and U not equal, because in radial flow turbine everything I have written here in this notes. This is the class detail of radial flow turbine, what I have explained earlier. And this is the axial flow turbine, detail of axial flow turbine, what I have already explained to you, that in figure 1, if water flows through runner along direction parallel to the axis of rotation of runner, such a turbine is called as axial flow turbine. And in figure 1, the jet C shows the direction of flow in the axial flow turbine. So in axial flow turbine, the jet of water enter and leave the van tip at same radius of rotation. So the tip velocity of the vans at inlet, that is U1, and outlet, that is U2, in an axial flow turbine will be same, that is U1 is equal to U2. In figure 1, jet C represent the direction of flow of. So in axial flow turbine, the radius of rotation of the tip of the vans at inlet and outlet will be same. So here the velocity will be U1 is equal to U2 is equal to R omega. So these are the classification according to flow of jet on the runner. Now if we want to understand the force calculation and power calculation, work done calculation, on various turbine by the jet, then our relative velocity concept should be very clear. So this relative velocity concept we will see in next class. This I will not explain right now, but because if I will explain it right now, then again I will have to explain in next class before starting the work done calculation and power calculation and force calculation in various cases. So this I will explain in next class, relative velocity concept, and after that different cases of turbine like axial flow turbine and tangential flow turbine and radial flow turbine. How we will find out the force and power in all those turbines. Thank you.